probably communicate with the people that are on ground, talk to them. Like you did talk about the particular airline who sends you messages, sends you emails to let you know.
At one time, they even came out giving water.
Exactly. You understand? Which, of course, is standard practice. You understand? So it might differ from airline to airline based on the professionalism and, of course, the way the airline does its stuff.
Even though there's a standard practice.
Yes. Yeah, you understand?
Yes.
So, but the airlines invariably will have to keep informing the passengers and saying these are the issues that we are facing. They can't tell you, like Comrade Abba said, they can't tell you categorically. You understand? But what you need to put behind your mind is this: the airline doesn't want that delay. The airline is doing everything possible to ensure that that delay doesn't happen, because even the airline is suffering from that delay.
The delay is there. What I think Nyota is saying is just telling the passengers something, not making them feel like, well, when we are ready for you, we'll pick you.
No.
Let me go to Captain Pam. There's another burning issue now, the proposed closure of the Nnamdi Azikiwe airport. And then, you know, they talk about landing in Kaduna. What's your take on that?
My take on that is it is a sad situation that we have let ourselves come into. And not to belabor the point, we need to be proactive. That airport had, the tarmac had a lifespan of about 20 years, 20 to 25 at the most, even when you have less traffic than anticipated. So I lay the blame squarely at the foot of FAN. And not just lay the blame, but let us find out why this happened and how to stop it from happening again. I hope the Senate committee and the Minister of Aviation will investigate why an airport runway with a lifespan of 20 years was allowed to continue operations 14 years after it is due for resurfacing. So we need to get to the bottom of that. Secondly, what is the cost with a budget that is already in deficit? What is the cost of using trains and buses to bring how many passengers on a at least 2-hour journey? I've done Abuja and Kaduna Airport in my private car without traffic. The best you can do is 2 hours. So what is the cost? And without airlines, there is no aviation. But without passengers, there will be no airlines. The passengers pay for everything. And so I think the passengers will not be pleased with this at all. However, we cannot turn back time. This is where we are. Though people look at me as the critic, we have to look, ask the passengers, look, you know, you have to show some bit of understanding in this case. We have to also tell the airlines it is going to be a bit tough. They have to decide exactly what they are going to do. In this recession, inflation 18%, tickets in Naira. It is not an easy time at all. And for the minister, you have to understand, this came on his lap. He just came in last year. So it is not something that was planned. We have to learn how to manage it.
He has been in the aviation industry for a while.
Well, he has. But you see, that's why I'm saying let's go back and look for the cause, because it is not just Abuja. It happened to Benin. Huge disruption there. It's happening in quite a lot of airports that are managed by FAN. Port Harcourt as well. Why do we allow this to happen? And it is not just aviation. Infrastructure, which is 26.5% of why businesses fail in the whole country. We spend time to acquire them and money and forget scheduled and regular maintenance until they fall to pieces. I rest my case there for now.
Somebody was talking about, why didn't we have another runway built just so it will be easy just to move from where we need to do rehabilitation, you just move to the other.
That is correct.
We have in Lagos.
There was a plan. In fact, they've been talking about a second runway since, I think, 2010. And there's a bill of about 64 billion, they're reckoning. Now, we don't want to go into the details of that. But to build one runway, not that you need to come and feel a fresh area, I think we need to be circumspect and see whether that is indeed a valid cause for a runway. Now, possibly, but Some 4 years ago, with the devaluation we have now, everything is imported, so you're looking at double what it should have cost some 4 or 5 years ago. So these are items that I think we need to just look at it in 2 simple sentences. We need to restore credibility to those